there's this whole talk about the Unrivaled League, all right? They're ramping up to get started. I think it's in February or somewhere around there where they start. Now, from what I'm gathering, this is really more like a reality TV show more so than a league. Now, this is just what I'm gathering. They putting them all up in one house, and they're, they got to stay in this one house, and then they're not really playing in big arenas. No, they're gonna play in I think it's less than 1,000 people. It's like a studio. Less than like 1,000 people can fit into this place. That's where the games are gonna be played. And, and they're televising. I think they have 6 teams, and they, named the teams, and they've extended the number of players 6 by 6 players because they had filled all of their rosters, and they're still trying to get Caitlin Clark, and supposedly they're still trying to get A'ja Wilson. Now, my issues with this league is that Caitlin Clark has already been mistreated by a lot of people who are in this league. And I don't care to see her continue to get mistreated. It doesn't make me feel good to see this. I don't care to hear about all of the negative things that are going on. I care to see what I saw with the LPGA tour, that people are respectful of her and her talents and all that she brings. And we're going to talk about all that she brings. I care to see that, not to see her be mistreated. Now, I need to talk about this being by the name of Geno Auriemma. He came out again after saying all of these things about the fans of Caitlin Clark, all right? And how he ties into this Unrivaled League.
How do you think Clark is handling this?
I think she's handling great. I think she talks a lot of and she gets a lot of back. So she deserves everything she gets because she gives it as good as she gets. She's just not built for the physicality of this league. Yeah, and she's not quick enough to get away from the physicality. So there's a lot of learning curve, like Diana said. And when she gets it, she has elite skills that are going to really help her. Yeah, but she needs to be on a better team, and she needs to be more experienced, and that will come. But for these ridiculous fans who had her slotted as the next Diana, now they're out of their mind.
Now, I need to make this clear. They are after Caitlin Clark's fans. I know Caitlin Clark is awesome. She's talented. She's very, very talented, phenomenal player. But let us be 100% clear. If Caitlin Clark didn't have the fans that she has, that followed her from the college, if she didn't have that, they wouldn't be after her so hard. It wouldn't be all this, what can you get Caitlin Clark? Come on, let us pay you like Messi. There wouldn't be that. And so I need to say to all of the fans, all you Caitlin Clark fans, if you really want to know what Clark's biggest value is, it's you. It's the people. Because without you, Clark would have just been another talented player like Arike Ogunbowale and some of the other players in there that get no press, no attention. She would have just been abused like them. If it wasn't for the fans, then Clark, the LPGA tour wouldn't be all like, well, Clark, come on in. The LPGA, they wouldn't have been saying, we want to see that on television or putting it on television if it wasn't for the fans. And let's be 100% clear. It's you they after. Yeah, they want Clark. Why? Because Clark is bringing you her true gold, her true silver, her true value, the people. And so y'all need to be clear on that, because Clark, right now, I've said she hasn't said yes to the agenda. Oh, but they pulling on her. They're pulling on her with Boston and Hull and Martin. They're pulling on her. They're trying to find any kind of way that they can to get her to fall in alignment with this agenda. And let me say this to you. If she goes into this Unrivaled league, I won't be watching. I will not be watching. I know my value. I know that when I pay attention, some money's getting switched hands. And I know they want me. They want you. They want you to watch. They need you to buy tickets or to buy the merchandise. They want you. You are the true value. And so I say to the people, the Caitlin Clark fans, the WNBA fans, congratulations. Because they are listening to you. And make sure, see, y'all be talking about voting and all this. I vote with my attention, with my clicks. That's my vote. And I let people know with my vote that I'm not paying you attention. And so I need to speak on this because of the simple fact that people need to recognize you are the power. You. And as soon as anybody who recognizes that, see, this is why they need her to be a part of that agenda. Anybody who has any kind of voice, they are outspoken, or they have a lot of people that follow them, they become very dangerous to those who are running the agenda. They become very dangerous. They want to get you under their control, and if they can't, they're going to make life difficult for you. And so because she has said, I don't buy into that agenda, I don't agree. Yeah, they're making life hard for her. They're making things more difficult for her. And what I'm saying to you is that Clark, if she goes into that Unrivaled league, is going to send a big message. And I'm going to send my message, and that is I won't be watching. I don't care to see her get abused again, or be disrespected, or be mistreated. That's not something I care to do. When I was watching her when she was playing in the WNBA, I just want you to be able to play your game and light up and spread your wings on that court and fly. Do what you do. We didn't see that. I would like to just see when they put up the stats, it's correct. I would like to see them promoting her and giving her props like they should, like any intelligent business organization would. That's what I care to see, but we don't get that. We get negativity. We get hate from the players. We get the commissioner talking trash against people who didn't even do what they were accused of doing, not having any kind of investigation into the issue, not properly addressing any of the issues that are showing up. Okay. So now she's being called to come into the Unrivaled league. What's my other issue? This person I spoke about, Geno Auriemma.
If you're a college player and you're a great college player, like Caitlin was, the delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart. There were actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name.
Earlier in the season, he called Caitlin Clark's fans delusional, disrespectful, stupid, unknowledgeable, ridiculous, out of their minds. I'd be out of my damn mind to watch and participate anything that man's fingerprints are on. And he is one of the sponsors of this league. I can't watch that. And since he was so disrespectful, listen, this man been hiding under a rock. Everybody's been playing this whole clip over and over again about the way he talked to the Fever fans and the way he talked about Caitlin Clark in a very disrespectful manner. And now people want to know, well, hey, dude, the season is over. Where are you? Then he comes back out and he doubles down on his stupidity, talking about, well, you know, Caitlin Clark talk a lot of poo. He didn't say poo. But you know, she took a lot of poo on the court, so she deserves to get beat up. And you think I'm going to watch something where he's involved and he's already said, I'm okay with her getting beat up because she talks poo, and that's why she's so good. We need more people like her. Geno, you owe the people an apology. You owe the people an apology. And as a business person, there is no way that I would pay attention to you, much less pay money for anything that brings you any kind of money. I don't care if it's a half of a fraction of a cent. I will not in any way pay anything to it. You're disrespectful. Period and point blank. You owe the people an apology. And I'm going to say these adjectives that he had for the Clark and Fever fans again. Delusional, disrespectful, that's the one right there. That one right there. Stupid, unknowledgeable, ridiculous, and out of their minds. They were tremendously disrespectful to the WNBA, he says. Meanwhile, everything that the fans thought Caitlin Clark was going to do, she did it and then some. But you don't come back with an apology. You don't even come back and address the fact that you were wrong. W-R-O-N-G, wrong. You don't say nothing about that. You double down on stupidity that, yeah, she talk a lot of poop, so she deserved to be beat up. You owe the people an apology, Geno. You do, and until you do that, all of the Caitlin Clark fans, all of the Fever fans, anybody who has any kind of respect for Caitlin Clark and good basketball, I encourage you to please do not pay that organization any attention until you get an apology. And then even after that, still don't do it. I tell you once again, you fans, you are the money. You are the value. If it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be coming after Clark. If it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be asking her to partake in this and, oh, please let you come over here and be with us and stand next to us so I can take a picture. The cheese. No, it wouldn't be none of that. The people is what brings her a lot of value. So please, all you Caitlin Clark fans, all you Fever fans, I don't care whether you quote unquote racist or not, I really couldn't care. If you are for the proper treatment of this woman, if you are for the proper treatment of this woman and everything is good in basketball, then I encourage you, don't support that. You got this man, Geno Auriemma, who said all kind of disrespectful things, and part of me don't even want to support the WNBA because of how they have mistreated this agenda that they got going on, where they calling the fans all of these names and disrespectful names and wanting them to be going down in history as racist. Racist. We talked about that term. Whether you are or not, if you're for everything that's good, then they don't deserve your support. Let them find support from somebody else. You are valuable. Know your worth. And if you're not down with that treatment, then you vote. So everybody want to go out and vote. And the people, well, who we should vote for? Why is it? Please speak on it. If you want to vote by not paying attention. Don't pay attention, because you got to understand, every time you click on something, somebody's getting paid. When you are watching a commercial, somebody's getting paid. Don't let Geno Auriemma get paid off of you. That's my call. That's what I'm asking for, because that's what I'm doing. And they've got a lot of people involved in this. Nafisa Collier and Breonna Stewart are the founders. Then you got Carmelo Anthony, Steve Nash, U.S. Women's Soccer, Alex Morgan, Cleveland Cavaliers, Kobe Altman. You got ESPN former president John Skipper, Turner former president David Levy. You got Warner Brothers former CEO Ann Sternoff. You got TNT Warner Brothers Ally Financial, golfer Michelle Wise, Alex Megan, Rapinoe, golf Ashton Cook, That's another name. Again, I say there is this society with this hidden agenda. Not to say that all those people are on it, but I'm telling you what, there is nothing that Geno Auriemma could be involved in that I would be willing to put my energy into. Nothing. I know my value. I hope all of you out there who are Caitlin Clark fans know your value. All right. I spoke about this whole Nike deal and how it was sad to me when I was hearing about this 8-year deal, and it's taking up her whole prime, and she really can't get out of this deal. I'm gonna tell you, next year somebody will have a deal bigger than Caitlin Clark's deal. We thought this $28 million deal was all that. Somebody next year is gonna have a much bigger deal than what Clark has. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody coming out of college next year gets a $100 million deal from Nike. And then you're gonna have to ask yourself, who is this agent? Somebody said in a comment section that I saw, he said, and actually he was talking to me on my comment, he said it's Caitlin Clark's fault. She signed the contract. She agreed to it. And he's absolutely right. He's right. And I've been saying this for quite some time now. I would love to swoop into, no pun intended, I would love to swoop into this game and just hit these people with one of my contracts. I would love to, get Clark and take her over here on tour and pull up hundreds of millions of dollars, because really with Caitlin Clark, that's easy. She needs another team. If you see, I can't help but to bring it up because the only person who I really see doing it right, business-wise, is Angel Reese. Now, she done said yes to some stuff too. We're not going into that. But business-wise, she handling her business. And for me, what I've seen with Caitlin is that she's being abused. And her agents are nowhere to be found. If it wasn't for the people, they would have abused Clark. They would have, continued to misrepresent her scores. They would have continued to, say negative things about her. Yeah, she's being mistreated. But at the same time, it's her fault. It's her fault. And so as much as we, the fans, we want to rush in and the fans have been heard. That league is getting cleaned up. I've told you all about that. But as much as we want to rush in to rescue Caitlin Clark, she's got to stand up. She got to say something. She's got to, at least, if she's not going to say something, she's got to find somebody who's willing to fight on her behalf. Because really, it's not supposed to be her doing the fight. It's really not. But she's seeing what this woman is doing. When she decides, okay, we got to do better. When she decides that, when she makes that decision, at that point, then everything can rise for her. But she is agreeing. She's signing the contract. She's following this woman who is clearly in the pocket of Nike. When she says enough is enough, then everything is going to change. And maybe somebody said, well, maybe she doesn't need the money. Maybe she's just okay. If that's the case, then Digglery will back off. But I tell you what I won't be doing. I will not be watching her get abused yet again in this league called Unrivaled that's playing with, on behalf of this man, Geno Auriemma, who's going to get any kind, I don't care if, I told you, it's a fraction of a penny. I don't care to be helping him get anything. He doesn't deserve it. He's been disrespectful. He needs to give an apology. Otherwise, take that whole dang league down. Just because of him. Just because of him. Or one person is not going to be able to make or break. Well, I bet you one person, let Caitlin Clark, she don't even have to say anything. But she don't need to join that league. She does not need to join that league. But if she joins that league, I hope that all of the people recognize their value. While we love Caitlin Clark, we do. We don't want her dancing with the devil. And excuse me, because she's dancing with a lot of them already in the WNBA. And you might be saying, well, what devil? There's a lot of devils in there. But I'm going to tell you one that I won't be helping to find, and that's Geno Auriemma. That won't be happening. And I hope everybody else who has any kind of knowledge and understanding of your value, if she joins that league, you vote. You vote by not paying attention. That's what I'm saying. That is my call. And I hope that Caitlin decides that she's going to stand up for herself, because we can't do it. We can't save you if you continue to jump into bad situations where people are clearly mistreating you and you are clearly turning your back on it and allowing it. We can't continue to save you. So I hope you do not join that Unrivaled league. But if you do, then y'all people need to recognize that the value is you. And Caitlin Clark, we love her. She got talent. We love Caitlin Clark. But you better recognize that the value that they want are the people. Don't let them abuse you anymore like she has allowed them to abuse her. That's not what we should be doing. You let her know, we love you, Clark. We love you. But we're not going to allow people to continue to abuse us and then get paid off of us. You got this woman over here with the Atlanta Dream. Oh, we don't need you. Y'all not like us. And but then had the nerve to go and get a bigger arena so that she can take money from the Clark fans and the Fever fans. But we don't need you. Y'all not like us. What kind of ridiculousness is that? Y'all want to vote? Everybody want to vote? Then vote with your money. Vote with your attention. And don't give it. Don't give your vote to people who've been abusive to you. Geno Auriemma, WNBA players, commissioner of the WNBA, Nike. No, we're going to say thank you, but no thank you.